Right, call Allah Yahweh Bashim Awashai, Bashim Akakodash, double honors to the elders and apostles, great male son of well. I am not a member, however, I've entered into their labors. Peace and blessings to the sincere brothers and sisters doing this, wherever you are, whatever your lot may be. This is kind of a longer TikTok, so I won't play the entire thing, but I'll let it go to a point, and you see it on the screen, so you can go look it up and watch it for yourself. But I'm going to let it play fully all the way through, or I will let it play up until a point, until a stopping point, without stopping it, and then we'll get scriptures, and that will be the video. All right, so without further ado, let's go. You see the title.
Mainstream media's latest news cycles, the elites have begun pumping mRNA into the US meat supply, with plans underway to insert synthetic mRNA into commercial milk and vegetables. And Congress has been exposed covering for Big Pharma and allowing them to pump mRNA into our food supply without our knowledge. Before we dive in, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and join the People's Voice Locals community to get access to uncensored videos and join us in our mission to awaken the masses. The link is in the description box below this video. As soon as it became clear that a significant percentage of the population was going to refuse to be coerced into getting vaccinated, the elite began working on cunning alternative schemes to force their jabs on us. Last week, scientists who pumped mRNA into cow's milk announced that they successfully immunized mice who fed on the milk, leading to fears that commercial milk is set to be quietly loaded with mRNA in order to vaccinate the unvaccinated population. Researchers found that they could put a small piece of mRNA into tiny packets called exosomes, which are found in milk. They then fed this milk to mice, and the mice absorbed the exosomes in their digestive system. And if you don't buy commercial milk, the elite have a plan for you too. They are going to insert mRNA vaccines into plants, with or without your knowledge or consent.
Researchers have just launched a late-stage clinical trial on a whole new kind of COVID-19 vaccine, one that's grown in plants. They're looking for volunteers in San Diego. We're going in depth on what you might call the world's first vegan vaccine. Medicago's manufacturing facility looks like a nursery, but inside these plants, they're growing a new kind of vaccine, one that's now being tested in volunteers around the U.S., including in San Diego.
They could grow this material very fast.
Dr. Dennis Tarakjian is leading the local arm of the trial at the Medical Center for Clinical Research.
It's a two-shot administration 21 days apart.
He says this vaccine doesn't need to be frozen like the ones from Pfizer and Moderna, so it's easier to transport and store. It's refrigerated at the same temperatures as the shot from Johnson & Johnson, but it uses entirely different technology. The vaccines from Pfizer and Moderna contain little bubbles of genetic instructions that prompt your cells to make a fragment of the virus. Instead of a fragment, Medicago uses plants to grow particles that look like the entire coronavirus. Just check it out under a microscope.
Creating vaccines to grow in plants to drug the people without our permission. This is yet another crime against humanity perpetrated by the elites.
Medicago is a biotech company. We produce vaccines as well as other therapeutic proteins using a plant-based technology that's unique in the industry. With our technology, we don't work with live viruses. We just need the genetic sequence of that virus. Somebody can send us that in an email. We can then produce that in the plant, introduce that genetic sequence into the plant, and then the plant's normal machinery produces the vaccine. It's a natural process.
Okay, so you get the point. I don't want to keep going, right? This is not me saying it. This is me just showing another TikTok saying all these things. So just in case this video gets cut for saying all the key words. But you get it. And it's got to be some sort. It has to be linked to the Revelation 13 and 16, right? It's got to be related to the MOTB somehow, some way, because they are pushing so hard to get it into everybody. In any way, shape, or form possible. That's point one. Point two, hold on, give me just a second. I was looking at the scriptures that I was writing down as I was listening. Damn, what was point two? Anyway, point one. Oh, point two being that I don't remember the court case, but you know, organic matter cannot be patented and owned. But if you become something else by the insertion of something, or in this case the ingesting of something, you know, you may no longer be organic matter and can be patented and can be owned. And I will just leave it at that. Okay. All right, so let's go to a list of scriptures. And the first one is the 2 Thessalonians, right? Chapter 2. Okay, this man of sin is being revealed. This internet, because in times past, they could pass bills in the middle of the night, which they still have been doing, but it's become a lot harder lately because of this internet. And people get wind of it and they spread, and you know, it spreads so quickly that, you know, knowledge goes to and fro, right, from one end of the earth to the other. So in times past, they could do something and get away with it. Not so much now. So you know that this whole quote unquote freedom of speech and this internet is going to be going away pretty soon. So let's get chapter 2, verse 3. I have it in the NLT. We can read through both. Yeah, we'll do 3 and 4. Do not be fooled by what they say, for the day will not come until there is a great rebellion against God, and the man of lawlessness is revealed, the one who brings destruction. And everything about him, his creation of black culture, is destruction. Everywhere he goes is destruction. He finds a way to quote unquote kill weeds in the ground. And I only mention that because I went on a walk and there's plant life. You know, the earth will find a way to flourish through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Things will grow even through rocks. And this devil sprays a chemical, and you can sit there and literally watch something wither away. Everything about him is death. Steal, kill, destroy. That is why he is the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon, or the spiritual entity, Satan, who Yahweh controls on the left-hand side. All right, moving on down the line, Matthew 24 and 22. Because he going to catch you up in any kind of net, any kind of snare that he can. Matthew 24. And 22. Again, this is in the NLT. Straight to the point. In fact, unless that time of calamity is shortened, not one single person will survive, but it will be shortened for the sake of Yahweh's chosen ones. Now, if he was just alive, what if there was a 2045? Could you imagine deaf, dumb, blind, three-legged babies, and I mean all kind of craziness, all manner of wickedness and perverseness, grown men marrying I don't even know how to put it. They gonna be messing with kids they ain't supposed to be. They gonna be, you know, people who can't give consent. They gonna be trying to marry them and do it. It would just be sick. All right, that's why he can't win. And I want to put it back in the KJV, and then we'll get NLT when we need to get NLT. Let's go to Proverbs 4 and 16, because you would think, since the earth being given into the hand of the wicked, but you know he is the wicked, that you got everything, you just chill. You know what I'm saying? Make your money, do what you do. But no, he cannot sleep unless he does something wicked. Something to put the people in a snare. And you know who he wants mostly. And he'll cast a broad net. And we're going to get that too. He will cast a broad net to make sure he gets Jake. Everybody else going to get caught up in it, but he going to get Jake. At least that's what he thinks in his mind. Proverb, where we at 4 and 16. We'll go straight to the point again. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. It is their life's blood, their sustainability. They cannot, it is like the air they breathe. What a perfect devil that the Lord has created. And on the flip side, on the right-hand side, you've got the hopeful elect, or the elect, whom I hope I'm a part of. Goodness gracious, I hope so. Who are blameless and perfect, striving for perfection. And where we fall short, Yahweh Shai covers. And I say we humbly. All right, Malachi 3. Stand on that wicked train. I kind of want to read, well, you know what? I'm going to read it from the top. Behold, I will send my messenger, and he shall prepare the way before me. And the Lord whom ye seek shall suddenly come to his temple, even the messenger of the covenant, whom ye delight in. Behold, he shall come, saith Yahweh of hosts. But who may abide the day of his coming? And who shall stand when he appeareth? For he is like a refiner's fire, and like a fuller's soap. So like a soap that's so strong that it messes up your clothes, right? Or refiner's fire. So he gonna remember the day of vengeance is in his heart. I'm getting excited now, but the day of vengeance is in Yahweh Shai's heart when he returns. Hey, justice, true justice, will be exacted on this earth, especially. Well, I'll say this: who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Bozrah? Right. Verse 3, and he shall sit as a refiner and purifier of silver. He shall purify the sons of Levi and purge them as gold and silver, that they may offer unto the Lord an offering in righteousness. Then shall the offering of Judah and Jerusalem be pleasant unto the Lord, as in the days of old. Okay. Well, here's what I wanted 5 and 6. All right, I just wanted to read through that. But here's 5 and 6. And I will come near to you to judgment, and I will be swift witness against the sorcerers, and against the adulterers, and against the false swearers, and against those that oppress the hireling in his wages. Now you can liken that, because you don't even get paid when you're supposed to get paid, and then they tax your ass on the money that you are rightfully owed. And then you take that tax money, I said it in the video before, and you go and buy food that you can't damn afford, and they put taxes on that too. Tell me that ain't oppression. And that's just one single example. All right, and the widow and the fatherless that turn aside the stranger from his right. And fear not me, saith Yahweh of hosts, for I am Yahweh, I change not, therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. So I added a little more onto that. I just wanted that single point, but still, the Lord, he changes not. Therefore, we have some hope. We have a saving grace, for lack of a better term. All right, let's go to Psalms 9, because I mentioned that net, and I mentioned the I don't remember what else I mentioned, but Psalm 7 is also a good one, because it talks about the Lord defending us against the wicked. So we'll get, man, I don't even know. Let's start with 91. All right, we'll start with Psalms 91. Because there's a couple that I actually want to grab. 91. All right, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of Yahweh, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power. In him I will trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler. And a fowler is a bird catcher, right? And from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wing shalt thou trust. So the point, or I guess the plan of these devils, is just to overwhelm you with everything going on all at once, to where you just throw up your hands, and for lack of a better term, you just say, fuck it. But those of us who trust in the Lord, we will be covered. We ain't going to be eating that mess. And say we do. There's a scripture that tells you that, you'll, roughly paraphrase, you'll get poisoned that won't die. But that's where faith comes in trusting in the Lord, because his name, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, is a strong tower. And I pray that I still have the same fervor that I'm feeling right now when that time comes, that he keep the spirit on me. And when it talks about the fire, what do you do when you catch a bird? You catch a bird in a net. So that's why I said he cast that wide net. But you know who we really going for. Now, what's the other psalm? And it talks about nets and pits. Oh, too far. Let me see, 15 maybe. We'll start at 13. Have mercy upon me, O Yahweh. Consider my trouble which I suffer of them that hate me. Thou that liftest me up from the gates of death, that I may show forth all thy praise in the gates of the daughters of Zion. I will rejoice in thy salvation. And the point is in 15. The heathen are sunk down into the pit that they made, and the net which they hid is their own foot taken. Now, we understand who our enemies are, according to Psalms 83, and it tells you all the nations that are our enemies. But our number one, our chief enemy, is Esau Edom, and he is in control of the earth, and he is the one pushing all of this madness. And this is just one thing, but there's more and more to come. Your water, I always say, your water and your food is polluted, your air is polluted, the clothes that they make, and then there's an Israeli starter company that's doing the 3D printed meat. There is so much. God, you got so much to pay for. You can't just let the earth flourish as it will. When the Lord said it is good, of course you got to come in and say, well, I think I can do a better job. Your ass is finished. You know what? Let's get I'm gonna go ahead and go to 7. We're gonna go to 7. All right. So verse 1. We'll start it at verse 1. What is the title in it? There is no title. All right, being saved from his oppressors. Defend us against the wicked. All right, so, O Lord, O Yahweh, my power, in thee I do put my trust. Save me from all them that persecute me, and deliver me, lest he tear my soul like a lion, renting it into pieces while there is none to deliver. And that is what we are praying, because without the covering of the Lord, this devil will have no flesh would be saved. So when that scripture talks about the Archangel Michael stepping in, he gonna need to. The Lord gonna need to send as it is written, right? Because his word doesn't return unto him void. He's going to need to send that divine intervention, because he won't stop. This devil won't stop. He can't stop. Let's see, where are we gonna scroll to? That's good too. Let me start at 8. The Lord shall judge the people. Judge me, O Lord, according to my righteousness and according to mine anger that is in me. Okay, verse 9. Oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, but establish the just, for the righteous power trieth the hearts and reins. And that includes the wicked of our people, and then, of course, the wicked, all right, or the border of wickedness, that is the so-called white man, Esau, Edom. Let's see. God judges the righteous, and God is angry with the wicked every day. That's verse 11. If he turn not, he will whet his sword. He hath bent his bow and made it ready. He hath also prepared for him the instrument of death. He ordained his arrows against the persecutor. Behold, he travails with iniquity, and hath conceived mischief, and brought forth falsehood. He made a pit and digged it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made. So that's what I was looking for. Let the snares that they lay, let everything that they try to lay, especially against the elect, let it turn on their head. Return it unto their head 100-fold. Not only that, you still got 1,000 years. Because remember, we supposed to render unto them double within righteousness. Of course, we ain't going to be popping their wives and their kids and you know, doing all the disgusting and homoerotic things that they did to us. But within righteousness, you getting paid back double. So things are supposed to get worse according to the scriptures, according to prophecy. He's going to continue on his onslaught of all, like a blitzkrieg of all out wickedness, until people just throw their hands up and concede. And it's just going to keep going and going and going until the Lord, until that cup filleth, right? So Lamentations 4. All right, our punishment is almost over. It's going to be your turn soon. So I pray that you were edified. You know what? Let me go to it. I ain't even going to leave that out. So don't, you know, if you get to feeling weak, just know that this is how it's supposed to go. He's just going to keep going until the Lord returns, which is soon, and puts a stop to him dead in his tracks. Lamentations, good grief, where are you? There we go. Let's see. All right, 21. Rejoice and be glad, comma, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz, the cup shall also pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and thou shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. : he will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. So if you don't know what a colon and a semicolon is for, look it up, because he's addressing back and forth us and them. So again, you're going to continue to see wickedness flourish for a short time, and we are to remain in the faith, remain prayed up, fast if you fast, and continue to hold on tight and trusting in the name of the Lord, who are Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, who is our strong tower, who is the covering and the hedge of protection that we need in the time, and now up until, you know, the time that we are hopefully beamed up out of here into that great destruction that hits this place. Shalom.